The title of this mini podcast is Growing Up. Growing up is really growing out, or better put, outgrowing. Many people are bound and determined to make changes, especially in the new year. That sounds a little bit like constipation to me. The change that's necessary for us to make changes is to outgrow our response to the stimulus that causes us to react with undesired behavior. I'm sure you know weight loss is the biggest New Year's goal. Most people fail to keep off any weight they lose because they never offer themselves the opportunity to outgrow their reaction to a stimulus. Sometimes this change happens naturally, and sometimes we have to give it a nudge. Reminds me of a story. My father's union had a Christmas party each year for all the kids. We got to sit on Santa's lap and tell him what we wanted for Christmas. And each child received a gift that day. When I was in first grade, I was anxious to get on Santa's lap and make my requests. When I was in second grade, Santa began to resemble my father's friend, Mr. Ferguson. I sat on his lap anyway because I didn't want to miss out on asking for what I wanted in case it really was Santa. When third grade rolled around, I knew it was Mr. Ferguson, and there was no way I was sitting on his lap. What happened here? The stimulus, Mr. Ferguson, was the same each year. It was my response to him that changed, and it happened quite naturally, without any conscious effort on my part. Now for the little nudge technique. It's an exercise I learned from Dr. Dave Dobson. He called it a subjective reversal. That means the stimulus, the subject, would reverse your automatic response to something that served you better. The technique begins by rehearsing yourself in some calm and collected feelings. That means to find a time in your mind when you were totally calm and collected. It may have been 10 minutes ago or 30 years ago. It really doesn't matter. Just find a time when you were calm and notice what calm feels like in your body. Rehearse this technique over and over again until you can feel calm feelings in your own body. Next, bring to mind the stimulus that triggers unwanted feelings or behaviors. When you begin to feel those reactive feelings in your body, switch yourself to feeling calm and collected. Remember, this is your imagination. You can do anything you want with it. Do this exercise over and over again until you can switch from the reactive feelings to the calm and collected feelings in like a second or two. The natural offshoot of this repeated rehearsal is that you automatically begin to switch from the reactive feelings to the calm and collected feelings without having to consciously throw the switch. That means that the stimulus now automatically triggers calm and collected feelings. And remember, when you're calm and collected, you make much better choices. This is outgrowing the old way and growing into a new way, without binding yourself to a plan that has failed every time you've used it in the past. If you have the ability to outgrow the goofy clothes you wore as a teenager, you can outgrow anything. All the best, John.